Hey, and welcome back to the start of season 3 of Our Road to Glory with Sheffield United. This is the first season we're going to have in the WSL, and our club vision is to avoid relegation, which is going to be very, very difficult. So we're close to spending all of our salary, but we have a full squad of 25 already. The supporters, can we see season ticket holders 232? That should change. We were supposed to get up to 500 or something. So first, there's a problem with the game, of course. So I'll show you the one signing that we made last season, at the end of last season. Christensen. So he signed a goalkeeper, Lene Christensen. Good command of area, handling, one-on-ones. Doesn't tend to punch the ball as much. So she was an upgrade on Charlotte Parker-Smith. But we'll see in a minute. She got a little bit unlucky that just after we signed her, Janina Leipzig came and said, I want to play. And with 17 aerial reach, 16 command of area, 1m84, couldn't turn her down. With the season that we're going to have, I think our goalkeeper is going to be one of our key positions for this season. So we snapped her up as star player. We've also got Amanda Kowalski in, 29-year-old American, decent, basically just in as a backup. Leading WNL Northern. Wow, I think she's a bit better than that. Then our midfield needed to be tightened up. That was the main area of concern with Lauder and Just Jack retiring. Molly Ra's contract running out, and also we ended up, no, it's not there. We ended up selling Ella Kinzit for around 90k. So we were left with just Anton Stoddard and Seren Thomas. And Anton Stoddard wanted to leave because her work permit is unlikely to be renewed. So we've let her go on deadline day. In the end, it happened. We let her go on loan. So we needed some central midfielders. So we've gotten Malia Steinmetz, 28-year-old New Zealand international, pretty good all round. She's going to be starting alongside Letizia Almeida from Portugal. They're going to be our two starting central midfielders. Then we also got as backup Signe Karstens. So pretty decent. Managed to get her for just 2.5k. And then the last signing we made is Karina Baltrip Reyes. This was another deadline day move. Very strong, good marking, good positioning, good physicals. So she's going to take Deanna Cooper's place in centre back, which is unfortunate because Cooper is the club captain. So let's go to the squad, and we can look at our first 11. It's going to be Janina Leipzig, Sasha Grove, Molly Graham, Karina Baltrip Reyes, Abigail Lafayette, Letizia Almeida, Malia Steinmetz, Maria Francis Jones, Inez Ben Yahya, Ava Butler, and Aisling Meehan. Actually, we were looking at strikers, and Our reports say that Aisling is only 2.5 stars. At the start of the season, it was only 2 stars. But with her 14 finishing, 16 dribbling, 14 first touch, 12 off the ball, there wasn't many other strikers out there that had as good movement and finishing and composure. So we're sticking with Aisling. If we look at our second 11, it's going to be Lene Christensen, Lily Nichols that we signed from last season. So young right back, Amanda Kowalski, Deanna Cooper, Fionn Price, Signe Carson, Siren Thomas, Alicia Ahern, Grace Thomas. Always go down as a club legend for that goal. Ava Mangan and Butler are competing for the left hand side. Mangan performed better last season, but Eva performed better the season before. And Jessica Horwood, we're going to move up. So this is her season to shine. She also played pretty decently in the under 21s in under 21 Euros, I think. And then I've called it the third 11, but it's the 3 players that are left over. Scarlett Baker Perry on the right wing, Liz Juppy in central midfield, striker, and Chloe Cannon Twyford. So it's going to be a very young forward line, 2 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. And it's going to be a very, very difficult season. So if we go to the club site, we can see Sasha Grove, Ines Benyahia, and Janina Leitzik are our key players. And also in the off season, there's been a few developments off the pitch. We've increased our coaching roles, both in the senior and youth team. We've increased investment in youth recruitment and in youth coaching. So hopefully we should see a few more good youth players coming through. If we go to the WSL and we look at the season preview, does it work? Yes. We can see that we're 800 to 1, really far off, and the start of the season is terrible. We're facing United away at first and then Arsenal. So let's just have a look at the highlighted star player, Hannah Hampton. So this is the kind of stuff that the top of the table have. So it's a huge gulf, and if we manage to stay up, it will be very impressive. So yeah, none of our players are there in the key players. And there's nothing in the second screen. It's an interesting button. Let's look at Fox. So this is who's competing with Sasha, who is our best player. So yeah, lots of players way beyond our capabilities. Like 1.2 to 1.7 million. So that's everything that happened in the off season, and now we're going to go into our first match. So let's pick the first 11. This game really enjoys messing around with the tactics for some reason. Okay, but Almeida and Steinmetz are injured, which means that Thomas and Karsten's start, which I think Karsten's a better defensive midfielder. Wow, 8 tackling, 10 tackling, 6 marking, 6'11". We'll stick with her. Then the bench is going to be Karsten's, Nichols. Where's Price? Then we're gonna have no central midfield anyway. So Mangan, let's see, or 5 more. I think we probably put everybody on the bench actually. It's Thomas, Liz, Jess, and we have one more, so let's put Nichols on. So that's the lineup. Yeah, something that kind of, I haven't changed the tactics, so Aisling Mean shouldn't have lost familiarity with the tactics. Because they haven't changed at all. We're going to try and stick with the tactics that got us promoted. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. So first game of the season against one of the top 5 in the league, and we're predicted to definitely go down. I think if we can get a playoff, I think we've improved the team enough that we should be able to win that playoff. Oh, we've got a press conference. Didn't really want to do that. It's always important to score goals. Yeah, I don't see why we're not capable. Let's be positive. Yeah, they're ready to go. So I've been doing a lot of work as well in the training with team bonding and community outreach. So we're trying to boost that team cohesion. I was doing that last season as well, and I think it really paid off. But obviously we've had a lot of changes, so it's gone down considerably. And I don't know what's going to happen if we get relegated. Like, if we look at the players that we've gotten in, they signed really long contracts. Oh, we can't see. But I think Leipzig signed a 4-year contract. So did Almeida, maybe. The central midfield. There's free kick goal already. Alatoon. 1-0. Manchester United. This is going to be a rough season. But I think our defense is strong enough. I think. Graham, Lafayette, Grove, they've all been wanted by teams in the Premiership, the WSL too, for the last 2 seasons. And Leipzig is a pretty good goalkeeper, so we'll see. But we're already 2-0 down, and it's looking like they're going to get a third. Thomas is already exhausted, but we have nobody on the bench for midfield. Also there's there's 14 teams in this league instead of 12, so there's going to be 4 more games, so 26 in total. And I think we've got a stronger squad overall, so that should be okay as long as we don't get injuries in terms of rotations. I'd like us to get a goal, at least. Show that we have something that we can do. And see who's going to be the first goal scorer. So there's Maya Letizier. 3-0. I think Butler with a long ball forward to Meehan. And she cut inside. Back out to Butler. Beats the player. Pulls it across. And picked up by Tullis Joyce. So that was our chance, I think, to pull one back. Frances Jones is already on a yellow card. She's starting to have a bit of a discipline problem, I think. It's Kostler. 4-0. God. Here they come in on the attack again. Letitia forward to Park. Back to Riviere. Forward to Park. Picks out Toon and a save. Stren Thomas. Butler on the ball now. Maybe I should change the tactics to go counter attack and change, like bring the midfield back a little bit, so it's more of a 4-1-2-3 instead of a 4-2-3-1. So here we've got another attack. Butler forward to Meehan. Can this be our first goal in the WSL? Just wide. Thomas is in the red. I'm gonna have to play Mangan in central midfield. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to play like really, really restrictive football. We're not at this level right now. There's an own goal from Baltra Prez. And I know we're playing like the top team, and there is a big gulf between the top and the bottom. But yeah, you can go out there and play without pressure. I really love that there's no fans, that it just they don't render. So here United have the ball again. Forward to Mallard. Into Toon. To Minge. They're just cutting us apart. I thought about going 3 at the back as well. That's still a possibility. I'm like a 5-3-2. But a lot of our strength is in our wingers, so that would, like, where do Frances Jones and Butler and Mangan go then? And blocked and away. Alright, let's do some substitutions. Reyes is not having a good debut, so let's bring on, probably should have had Cooper on the bench instead. Let's bring Mangan on for Thomas, who will not be able to do the defensive midfielder role, and Frances Jones with the yellow can come off. Bring on Ahern. Six now. Jess Park with the goal for United. 12,000. Oh. West Ham are beating Bristol 5-0 as well. We're gonna be competing with Bristol, I guess, to see who gets the playoff spot and who goes straight down. Wonder if they'd keep me if we went straight down. But this is gonna be difficult, save. The gulf is just huge. Hopefully the mid-table teams aren't quite as difficult. That's it. Sigmund Carstens goes down in Sheffield United history as the first goal scorer for the team. So let's bring Thomas on. And I might bring Horwood on as well in a few minutes. It's a 6-0 West Ham. This is 6-1, I think. Again, I can't see the scoreboard. So that means that we're not bottom. Oh no, this would still be offside. Grove is on a yellow. Should I take her off instead? I think I'll take me enough. So United with the ball again, playing it at the back. I haven't seen if they press the back yet. So another ball over the top to Kostler and over the bar. Well, Lafayette's having a good game. There's at least that. Carstens has a goal and is only on 6.8. Molly Graham acts as if she's used to playing at a higher tempo. I mean, we've played at this tempo for a season and a half. She should be used to it by now. I think some of the dugout things are completely wrong. Like I was playing Amy Andrews in centre forward the whole time, her natural position, and the dugout kept saying that she's playing out of position and she'd do better if we played her in her natural position. Oh, Bristol pulled one back, so both of us losing 6-1. So they'll be ahead of us on alphabetical order. Lafayette cuts it out only as far as... No, that's a goal kick. Piling on the pressure. Yeah, we're going to have to change this tactic. So 6-1. We created chances, but they created a few more. Addressed the team. We were the underdogs out there and you gave it your best. Good effort. Yeah, that's like we lost 6-1. Why are you telling me to say that? Yeah, I need to watch back. The game is over. I don't really want to discuss it any further. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, it's a very young team we have as well. But let's go to the table. There we are. Bottom. Chelsea lost 3-0. Oh, West Ham won. West Ham. Oh yeah, they were playing Bristol. West Ham are like one's just above us. So we've shifted down to 1,000 to 1. Oh. Yeah. So let's go to the fixture list and see. So we're playing Arsenal next. I'll probably come back for the Crystal Palace or the Birmingham game. They're the two teams that were promoted 2 seasons ago, so they should be, maybe the Birmingham game. They should be the closest to us, other than we could come back from Bristol City, but that's a long way away. So we'll come back for either Palace or Birmingham, depending on how we've done in these other games. So that's the start of our historic entrance to the WSL 6-1 defeat. Carstens with the goal, first ever goal in the top division. No matter what happens this season, we'll have made a record of highest position finished, even if it's 14th. Yeah, so see you in the next video with hopefully some results and that we're not too far behind. So until then.